So I had a realization today. I've been divorced for 3.5 years, and I went through 1.5 years of counseling after my marriage broke up, and I've dated on and off in that 3.5 years. I don't have any kids, so it was a clean break in my divorce. I'm a church worker. I'm a strong Christian, and I try to live by Christian values when dating. I'm also a woman of the real world and understand, when dating, what it's like to date out in the real world. And it is so hard. It is so hard to find someone who is looking for someone of value, who's not wanting to sleep with someone right away, and who's not wanting to, change their morals because they are a single woman. I just can't understand why it's hard out here for us good women. I don't understand. I'm looking for a good man. It's not like I'm out here, looking to change people or anything like that. It's, I've done the work on myself. Last year I went through a huge weight loss journey, and a guy that I dated last month, I went out with him twice, and both times he was like, "You don't look like your photos. Your photos look like you were a lot thinner than what you were in person." Like, what? Are we doing this? Are we really doing that? I don't know why this is hard. I went out for the girlfriend tonight, and we were talking about okay, well, what is it that I need to work on? Because obviously there's something wrong with me because I'm not able to figure out how to be in a healthy, good relationship. And she was like, "Emily, what's wrong with you? I don't understand why you think it's you. Why you always have to change you." And I'm like, I'm the common denominator, right? I'm the one who's not been able to date someone and be in a relationship. And she's like, "What if it's not the right time?" And I was like, "But why would God wait this long?" I'm 38. It's not like this has been an easy journey for me of being pregnant. I had 3 miscarriages in my first marriage. My time clock is ticking. I've been in youth ministry for 16 years working with teenagers. I'd love to be a mom. Why is this hard? She's like, "What if it's not you? What if it's just not the right time?" And that's really hard to accept because I'd like to fix something. I'm a fixer. If I can fix it. Do I need to lose some more weight? Do I need to be on a different dating app? Do I need to change something about me? And I hate that answer, that maybe it's not the right time, but maybe it's not the right time. That's really hard to kind of accept. It's really hard. And where are all the good men? Why aren't you looking for good women who are ready to be in a relationship and not sleep around? What are you doing? Where are you? The journey is hard.
All right, this chick is completely off her rocker, man. Here she is talking about how she divorced a good man. Now she's out there in the dating world, on the dating apps, looking for a good man. You already had one, lady. How many are these guys are you looking for? You already had one. Then she rambles on about the fact that her clock is ticking and she wants to have children. Why did you do that when you were married? You had the guy. What was the problem? I mean, it just goes to show you can't make women happy, man. They will never be happy. You can give them the perfect guy, which many of these women have had, admittedly, and divorced. Say, "Oh, he was the perfect guy. I don't know what it was, but I had to divorce him." And she's here talking about how, I'm running out of time. I want to have children, with a good man. You had that. You had a good man. You had an opportunity to have children. What do you want? And stop bringing God into this. I can't stand that, how these chicks like bring God into this, right? I mean, it's like, why do you have to, like make all these mistakes and then leave it up to God to save you, right? There's an old saying, God helps those who help themselves, right? And I just dropped this on a friend's comment because he sent me a video of some pastor preachers saying God has miraculous things in store for you. God has the perfect life for you. And I replied back, my good friend of mine, I love him. I just said, God helps those who help themselves. That is something I learned a long time ago. God will help you when you help yourself, when you show that you want it, right? I mean, this Lamborghini didn't pop out of thin air, didn't fall from the heavens, right? I do believe that God blessed me with it because I helped myself, right? I was broke. I was down to my last $500. I was trying to make my business work. I had just moved to LA. When I started to get a little bit of traction, I lived in my car for 6 months with Cash and Gizmo. They're at home right now. It's hard to bring them in this car with all this stuff in it, but I was homeless for 6 months and I kept plugging away. I kept punching. I sacrificed time with my friends, relationships, my grandmother who's not here anymore. A lot of things that I can't get back. I sacrificed because I wanted to succeed. I wanted to make my business work. And I finally made it, right? I worked 24/7. I took financial risks. I did things that most people would never do, right? And I just worked my ass off. And I figured it out. It was hard. It wasn't easy. But I kept punching. I kept pounding the pavement, and then finally I succeeded. And then it was just easy to continue winning, right? Once you're already winning, it's easy to continue winning. That's a little secret that you'll hear from winners. Once you start winning, it's easy to keep winning. Right? It's like once you've dated a couple of 9s and 10s, it's easy to keep dating 9s and 10s. Right? Once you already got the ball rolling, it's easy, right? Why? Because God helps those who help themselves. But if you're just gonna sit on your couch, do nothing, be a POS, play video games all day, and then expect God to like come down and lay down the thunder and gives you all sorts of free goodies and gifts and Lamborghinis and Ferraris, ain't gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen. You got to put in the work. Okay, you've got to put in the work. This is a situation where this chick did put in the work. She got the guy. She just didn't appreciate him, and now it's over. And now she's back out there looking for the same type of guy. It makes no sense. Okay, it makes no sense. I mean, I've always said like women are, the just A1 chokers, man. They could have the ball on the 1 yard line and still find a way to lose. They could have the ball on the 1 yard line and still fumble, right? As this chick is doing. And I've always said, like, when you're coming from a marriage, like many of these women are, and then you've been with the same guy for years and years, right? Since you were young, to suddenly divorce him and then get on an app, an online dating app that you're not used to, that you've just heard horror stories about, to actually become a part of that, it's a little jarring, right? You're like a deer in the headlights. You're a lot of things that weren't going on back when you met your husband are now happening in the dating world, right? Where guys will call you out if you don't look like your photos, which clearly she did not, right? Because she thought like she could get away, like many of these women do, by taking these very high angles to make themselves look, 30 to 50 to 100 pounds thinner. And then the guy sees her in person and he's like, whoa, you do not look like your photos, right? This is why you should not reply to people, guys. Don't reply to chicks who don't have at least one, if not two, full body shots where you can see them from head to toe. Don't reply to them at all, especially if they're wearing sunglasses in most of their photos, or most of their photos are filtered. You can guarantee that you will be catfish. You can guarantee that when you show up to that date, she will look nothing like what you expected, and you will waste your time, right? You're wasting your time anyway by being on most of these dating apps. You should just get off and get into 7 months of mastery, son, and learn how to cold approach chicks in the real world, in real life, okay? Like I teach you, like I've been doing for pretty much the majority of my adulthood here. So anyway, let's roll on to the next clip.
So what do you do when you wake up one day and you realize you're the problem? This is my new aha that I'll share with you guys in full authenticity. You know, dealing with dating, I'm constantly looking to find faults, to find something wrong with that other person. Well, of course, there's sometimes is. And this morning, I woke up with the realization that I'm a big part of the problem. And that means we have to figure out our own stuff. And it doesn't matter how many years you spend single working on yourself, when you start dating again, because I was single for 6 years, start dating again, those same issues start popping up, and you have to raise your hand and say, I'm part of the problem. Got to figure that stuff out before we can expect any kind of great relationship.
I really love it when I hear these chicks take accountability for their poor decisions and actually look in the mirror and go, hey, maybe I'm part of the problem, right? Maybe there's something about me that I can work on. Maybe there's something about me that I can fix. And it's not just, oh, the men, oh, it's their fault, oh, the patriarchy, oh, the wage gap, and, just start firing off, all these victimhood talking points that they get from The View or, mainstream media. So it's nice, it's refreshing when I hear a woman just kind of take some accountability, right? And it's not just constantly the dude's fault. So good for her on that. However, she's not off the hook that easy. Whenever I hear a woman say, I've been single for 6 years or 10 years or whatever, it's like, okay, so you're saying for the last 6 years you have not had sex with anybody. Is that what you're telling me? Because that's what that should be, right? You say you were single. That means you weren't sleeping around, right? Oh, no, I did meet a few guys. I had sex with them. Okay, you need to include that into I was single, right? You need to be like, oh, hey, I didn't find a boyfriend, but I did kind of fall anger with a few guys, right? You got to come clean on that, because that's what we want to know as dudes, right? We want to know what was happening. You can't be just like, oh, I haven't dated anyone in 10 years. Does that mean you haven't had sex in 10 years? No, not really, right? There's a little caveat there. So you guys have got to investigate further when you're in these situations with these women. All right, one more clip.
So starting over is scary as, am I allowed to say that on TikTok? I'm not sure. But, there's so much magic in new beginnings. Being able to start over from experience, being able to enjoy a glass of bourbon, an empty glass of bourbon, on your porch, not having to answer to anybody, being able to write the next chapters of your life however you want. It's kind of thrilling, right? The unknown. So I don't know who needs to hear this. Just keep going. Just put one foot in front of the other. Because once you get past all the hard part, it's sun shining on the other side.
Yeah, the unknown is very, very thrilling. But as a woman, that will get tiresome very, very fast, right? A lot of these women are not built for that. For us guys, we are built for that, actually. We're built for isolation. We are built for loneliness. We are built for, just not needing anyone. Right? I mean, for going solo. We're built for that because that's just who we are. It's part of our biology. However, for these women, they're not. They're used to being in a tribe, in a community, where they have lots of support around them. They have resources around them. They don't have to go hunt. They don't have to go, do much but exist, right? So, them being single, you're fresh out of divorce. It feels like a bowl of cherries, sunshine and rainbows for the first few weeks, but that will get old really fast, right? Especially as you get older and you start to get more and more ignored by society, and especially men who are no longer paying attention to you because they are focused on the younger women out there. That will start to get old really fast, and you'll start to just crave companionship, crave male attention, crave physical contact with a man. And that's when you'll be like, okay, I'm not doing these TikToks anymore. I need to get my ass out there, and I need to find myself a husband before it's too late. As always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share in the comments below. Drop them in the comments, and I will see you there in my comments. So until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out here with the Lamborghini. Such a beautiful car. Just got this car, and we're going to be featuring it here on the channel for many months and many years to come. So get used to it. And yes, I still have the DeLorean. DeLorean is not going anywhere. But we are going to enjoy this car for many years to come while we have it here on the channel. Just picked this car up, had it delivered basically a week ago. The same guy who delivered my DeLorean, TJ, at Florida Exotic Transport. He also delivered the Lamborghini for me. You can also follow me on IG at MadCrossOfficial if you want to see the entire process of me purchasing this car. I'll probably do a full review on my Alpha channel, which should be fun. I'll have that up momentarily if it's not up already. This car is just amazing, right? I was on the hunt for this car for over 2 years, and then finally when it popped up, it took me over 2.5 months to close this deal and get this car at the right price where I felt comfortable, they felt comfortable letting it go. This is in Rosa Festo Red. This car is finished in Rosa Festo Red, which is one of the rarest colors for Lamborghini. It's a $14,880 option. It's gorgeous, looks really good. But going to be featuring it in a lot more coaching videos here on the channel, so I'm very excited about it, as you can see. But as always, gentlemen, don't forget to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell as well, so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, please, right? Helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe and you don't just take off on me, right? So make sure you're subscribed to the 33 Secrets as well. This is in the right color too, right? This is basically the color of the 33 Secrets right here, right? I should put a big 33 logo right on the hood. Just piss off all the modern women out there. In any case, for you guys who want to support my work and everything I'm teaching you here, all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I've been teaching you for years and years, if I've added value to your life, if you love what I do here, the best way to support me is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making it happen every single week. I want you to join us. I want you to become one of us, right? We should all be driving Lamborghinis. In any case, that's the best way to support my work, guys. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out. Man, this car is gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. Woo! Oh, goodness gracious. What a ride.